Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Mr. here coming at you yet again with another GetFit/MoveQuest video review. And today I want to go over pretty much what's going on with the project right now. As Lynette is filling everybody's heads up with lies, according to the Zoom meeting that she had last night. And I'm not gonna go over everything as there was a lot of like lies that was shared in that Zoom meeting, and she's not being honest. All she's doing is showing you documents or a spreadsheet, whatever the case may be, or she's not showing you what's going on in a smart contract to verify, validate what she is saying to be true. So before I get into this video, I'd like to say that you should have taken the time out to read the disclaimer again to understand what's going on at all times. If you did not do that, please go back and do so that way we're on the same page. So that said, let's go ahead and get to this video. Now, let's take a look right now, MoveQuest. I mean, when was the last time I did this video? Maybe I did a video like maybe 4 days ago, something like that. I can't remember, 4 or 5 days ago. And the price was, I don't know, $37. I can't remember where it was. Look where it's at now. It's down to $19 per token, MQT. So that liquidity reinjection thing that she keeps telling you that the smart contract is supposed to be doing, where is it actually kicking in at? And that's the thing I did not hear in the Zoom meeting, because, you know, I don't think, people are probably scared to ask the question about the price of the token not going back up, according to how she said that it's supposed to be stabilizing. Does this look like stability to you in the price of MQT? Absolutely not. You was as high as $126 just back on September, September the 9th. You was as high as over $126. Now you're down to $19. So how is that stable? How's that reinjection thing supposed to be stabilizing? I don't see it. No, it worked. It looked like it worked right here for some time, for some days right here. But now look what's going on. It's just dropping. So even if you look at that screener, you look at CoinMarketCap, it's the same thing. The liquidity also has not been changing. 1.6 million. You look at my last video as well. It's 1.6 million. And right here, CoinMarketCap is showing the same thing because it's just a direct copycat. They're just copying what Debt Screener is showing. So it doesn't matter if you look at CoinMarketCap or Debt Screener. It's going to show the same information. Now, you go to Trustpilot. Someone is already giving it a bad review. Because the thing was, this project was hyped in the promise of everybody making a lot of money while doing activities that you do daily, right? And now you see this person right here says it was good. And the reason why he said it was good is this reason right here. 0.05 rewards for maxing everything out. But gas fees are way higher, leaving you at a loss. The community just laugh at people when they ask questions. Wish I didn't invest into this project. I bet many people feel the same way as you do. And when you go into the community, I don't have to show you this, but if you go into some of the GetFit mining MoveQuest communities, you will see some people talking about, I have 8 Omega miners and it's only earning like 1.2 MQT per day with all 8 combined, with me submitting proof of physical activity, the POPA. I don't have to show that. You can see people complaining about it. But the people that are complaining about it, they're being chastised for that. Because you don't understand the power of holding MQT. You're just complaining, whatever the case may be. They get talked bad about that. And when you come to, what's going on with Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market is pumping. What's going on here? This is dumping. Why isn't, if this right here is supposed to be better than Bitcoin, as they claimed many times, in all those Zoom meetings, which they died down on that, right? You ever heard them saying that's better than Bitcoin now? Because the price action has proven otherwise. If it's better than Bitcoin, why isn't it pumping like Bitcoin is doing right now? And Bitcoin's gonna go up even higher today. The economic news just came out. One economic news came out and it went in favor of the market. Then go in favor of the dollar. All right. So Bitcoin's going to pump some more again today. And if the jokes review comes out in favor of the market instead of the dollar, then Bitcoin is gonna go probably up to new all-time highs today. While in the meantime, y'all right here dealing with this crap right here. All right. So you come over here to the video, and I said, so they did a presentation about MoveQuest, GetFit mining, and it lasted for almost 45 minutes before Lynette Artin came in and started filling up your heads with lies, right? So I'm not going to listen to everything that she had to say because it's a bunch of crap, but I will focus on certain things. And so I'm just going to play from pretty much at this point right here, hour and 17 minutes and 11 seconds, right? Because this is when she's going to start talking about the token price and the importance of you holding and all this other type of stuff, right? And this is the issue that I have with the project, and what many of you have as well, because you was promised that you was going to make a very good return for your physical activities and that you're doing daily, and for sleeping as well. And that's not what's happening right now. You're losing money every single day that you decide to hold on to those tokens in your private wallets instead of selling, because they want you to hold the tokens to promise you that you're going to get rewarded in 6 months down the road, something like that. Yeah, you've already been in this thing since the end of July. No, some of you before that, because they had a pre-sale, something like that, right? So let's go ahead and take a listen to what she has to say. I'm gonna turn my volume up, make sure that's turned up all the way, enough. And let me pause the video because I'm going to close the door so my wife don't get disturbed. All right, good to go. Let's go ahead and play this.
And I got to tell you, I like this, okay? Don't get me wrong, because this is a very positive thing. Now, being in the crypto space as long as I have been, weak hands, you really shouldn't be in the crypto space. You want those diamond hands in a new project. So try to think, with a different mindset when you're involved in something like this. You're not going to see this again. I don't think anybody will create a project like this because it will take them 3 years to do. And it's a lot of work to build on the blockchain to make everything on chain. So we are a one-of-a-kind project. So treat it with care. Seriously, it could change lives overnight if people would just be more careful with what they're doing. So let's look at the $8.62 for the MoveQuest. Let's just say that's what it ends up dropping down to. Here's what you need to realize, that just with the submissions alone, nothing else happening. Nobody knew. I already went over all this before. $21,042 is what would be required if every single person sold those 2,500 MoveQuests every single day. That's what would need to be added into the pool at the $8.62 market value of MoveQuest. Now, with all the miners that are mining, that's already been met. Okay, that's $21,550 that's added every single day. This is what creates that self-sustaining, stable ecosystem for MoveQuest. And this is what I like about people selling, because guess what? For those of you who are holding, when you've got a fluid liquidity pool, it no longer matters who's selling. But every time somebody buys, the market value goes up, and it keeps going up. And now you've got this stable, fluid pool.
No, duh. That's the point of having a community. You think Bitcoin be as valuable as it is today if people weren't buying and holding it? You're speaking the obvious. That's nothing new. Everybody already knows that if you buy into something, just like if you invest into a company in the stock market and you got a big community invest into that company or into that crypto, the price of it is supposed to go up. That's how it's supposed to work. So what you're saying is it's just like it does not add up to what is going on with the price. What because you supposed to be re-injecting the liquidity back into the MoveQuest token, so that way you can keep pumping the price up. That's what you was doing early on. Every time people were selling, that's when it said the smart contract was actually re-injecting back into the contract. The smart contract is buying up all the sold tokens and re-injecting it back to the smart contract, so that way you can distribute it out to all the people that's mining. Where is that happening at now? It's nowhere to be found. All right, continuing on.
That's when people should be selling, right? Because now you got the stable liquidity pool. And by all of these sellers selling too soon, they made it beautiful. Because when that market value was up higher, we needed a whole lot more money, okay, to make that pool fluid.
They made it beautiful, huh? Does this look beautiful? I mean, look at this. Does this look beautiful? This shows that your smart contract does not work. It's not audited. You know, you're not paying for a separate audit of the smart contract to verify that the contract is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Come on, Lynette, spend the money. You got it. Spend the money for a separate auditor to look into your smart contract to verify that it's doing what you said that it's supposed to be doing.
They did us all a favor. They're going to be kicking their own butts in 6 months, but right now they did the community a favor. So while we can shake our head and wonder what in the world are they thinking, we can also be very grateful to them because they allowed the liquidity pool to become very stable. It won't take long for that pool to be fluid. Never been done in the crypto space. Now, the mechanics of the MoveQuest ecosystem, they are designed to support a stable, healthy market value for that token. So when the buyer and the seller volumes are balanced, okay, that means there's a healthy demand. That means there's growth in the community. The system actively injects that liquidity to maintain, and it even increases the token's value. It works with the buyers and the sellers because it's got a healthy balance. That's in the algorithm. It doesn't work with just the sellers. At that point, the algorithm kicks in to protect those who are holding.
So show it. Go into the smart contract and show where the algorithm kicks in to protect the community and stabilizes the MQT token price. We're tired of this right here. This right here on that you're showing on the screen does not mean nothing. Where is the proof of you going into the smart contract and showing the algorithm kicking in to stabilize the MQT token?
So if the seller volume starts to vastly outweigh that buyer interest, meaning that demand isn't there for the MoveQuest token, and there's more pressure from the sellers and the demand can absorb, then the system adjusts to stabilize it rather than pushing up the market value artificially. You don't want an artificial market value, okay? It does no good. It means nothing. It may look good, but on a stable level, it means absolutely nothing. So it doesn't really matter what it looks like. And I've had people even tell me this, oh, it just doesn't look good. I got people telling me, oh, it's going down. You know what? What doesn't look good is a token that goes up and stays up and can't stabilize itself at that market value. So the sellers did us a favor because they brought it down, allow us to stabilize, create a more fluid pool, and then rebuild it from there. So this approach, it prevents that excessive volatility, okay, that you see in all your other projects. It keeps the token's value at a sustainable level rather than the inflating prices, which could create that unstable market. So it levels out during times of low demand. The system protects the community and ensures that the MoveQuest maintains that solid foundation, and it's primed itself for growth. Okay, and that demand is going to naturally be here because they see that stability in the market. So this balance is key, okay, to fostering that long-term stability for all of you who are involved in this ecosystem. This isn't a project that's going away. Now I'm showing you these two.
Yes, it is. Because you are making plans to go over to the base blockchain. So you've already abandoned all of the so-called beta testers on the Binance Smart Chain. You know, that wasn't beta. You was over there for how long? So you saying that you spent 3 years building this thing up, and you said, and it takes someone else won't be able to come back and do the same thing. Absolutely, they can. It does not take 3 years to build something on the blockchain. It does not take 3 years to build a smart contract and then pay an independent auditor to be able to look into your smart contract and verify that the smart contract is safe or not safe, that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, or it's not supposed to be, or it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's not hard to do. Why do you think so many smart contracts are getting launched every single day on the Ethereum network, on the Solana network, on Avalanche, and the list goes on? So yeah, you're just lying like you always do. You are a professional liar. You're a professional scammer, Lynette. So that's all you can do.
Two screenshots of the exchange. When you've seen this going up, this is when the community was growing. We started out with 117 wallets submitting. We're at 5,200, but then it's kind of taken a lull. It's kind of leveled off. Some people are waiting for the new DApp to come out. Some people find it difficult to articulate exactly what this project is and how it works. Some people don't know how to help people get set up. And so the new rebranded app that will take a lot of that away. Okay, it'll make it easier for people to share. But this is when the evolution kicks in and kicks in and kicks in and kicks in because that growth is there and it helps to drive up that market value of the token. But when the evolution sees this, you are not going to see the evolution contract kick in for those sellers. It's
So this prior screenshot that she showed was the price going up, right? And she said that's when the community was growing. The community is still growing. Why is the price dropping? Huh? There's no demand for the MQT token. It has no use case at all. So if the price was going up when the community was growing, you only had what 100 something people. Now you're claiming to have over 5,200 people in the community. Why has the price continued to drop for over a month straight?
not there for the seller. It's there for the holder and to sustain that market value. Okay, so it's there in the long term. What sense would it make for the evolution contract to pump up the price for this amount of selling? So these sellers, like I said, have done us a favor. They've allowed this pool to become at a level where it can be fluid and more sustainable.
So it's not for the sellers, it's for the holder. Do y'all feel that y'all getting rewarded now for being holders? So you're spending more in gas fees per day. You're spending more money now. Oh, MQT. Yeah, you're spending more money now to be able to dock miners, and you're not making as much MQT per day than what you're spending to dock miners or even pay gas fees to submit your proof of physical activity on a daily basis. And then you get right here to day 10 when you're supposed to claim your MQT, that's another gas fee. So not only on day 10 are you submitting the paying the gas fee to submit your proof of physical activity, but now you spend another gas fee to claim your MQT. Is it worth it?
The self-sustaining ecosystems at the core, okay, of MoveQuest. It is the key to ensuring that this project's durability and success is there over time. So while some may feel the fees are high, I hear this too. You got to think about this, okay? What value are you gaining from using this application?
Here she goes. She about to gaslight you again.
Are you losing weight? Are you feeling better? Is it motivating you to do a lifestyle change? Do you have any benefits of that improved health, any weight loss that is contributed to using this project that makes it meaningful to you? So you see that long-term vision? MoveQuest isn't a short-term venture. Okay, it's a platform that's built for that sustainable growth and that ongoing impact on your life.
So yeah, I said it multiple times already. I love the idea of getting paid for doing things that you're already doing. But all of you came into MoveQuest on the promise of getting rich. All you're doing right now is losing money. So you invested hundreds and thousands of dollars into this right here. Who does that money go to? It goes to Lynette. And then she used the money to keep for herself with her being the top promoter. And then she got paid other promoters as well. With all that USDT that you guys are flowing into this project. That is a pyramid scheme. And what makes the pyramid scheme is that the fact that you got the MLM structure, she's got, just based off of the 12,000 Omega miners, if you got 12,000 Mega miners and it costs pretty much what, $1,200 to upgrade from a Lineage all the way to a Mega, then you're looking at what was that number again? I did this in another video. So let's say you got 12,000 Mega miners, times that by $1,200. That's over almost $14.5 million that has come into this thing, right to Lynette, with her being the top promoter. She used that money to pay out the other promoters as well, who are referring others. But the majority of it, of course, is going to her, because she's at the very top. So it's easy for her to sit there and gaslight you, talking about, oh, it's not just about making money. It's also about your health, improving your health. It's a great idea to have people doing physical activity, but the business model that you have is a Ponzi, is a pyramid. That's what makes this thing illegitimate. Let's play it.
There's going to be phases of higher and lower mining value rewards. And there's going to be days when your contributions may be greater or less than what you're receiving. But you got to remember, this is your pool. The money that you're spending in that ecosystem, it's liquidity. You're stabilizing the future of a project that you're vested in. So remember this, you are not obligated to submit. If the daily submission fees aren't feasible for you, just don't submit. When you don't submit, the people that are submitting are going to be happy, because that just means that there's more tokens available to them. Okay, so you have total control. There's nobody here forcing you to submit that proof of physical activity.
But if they don't submit, then you just said it out your own mouth. If they don't submit, there's more MQT available to everyone else who's submitting on a daily basis. So what is the best option? Since you've been giving out investment advice this whole time on MQT being better than Bitcoin, MQT is going to have a higher value, much higher value than Bitcoin. It is based around Bitcoin, so you're going to make a lot of money. We're going to make a lot of millionaires from this thing. All that's investment advice, by the way. And now you're saying that you got to be diamond holders instead of selling, and now it's up to you to submit daily. But if you don't submit daily, then the MQT becomes more available to everyone who else that's submitting daily. Which one is the best option?
Your miners are yours. You've got the flexibility to participate whenever you want to. Okay, this is the freedom and power of a decentralized project that's designed for those with a vision of the future. So please, people, stop messaging me and telling me how poor some people are and they can't afford the fees, because you know what? If you can't afford the fee, just wait for the new app to come out, and then you will have that adjusted fee. But for those of you who can see the vision, you're adding liquidity. Those people who aren't.
That's another issue. It goes right over many of your heads, because you don't understand how smart contracts supposed to work. If a smart contract is supposed to be immutable, that means that you cannot make changes to it. So she just literally just said right here live that once the new app comes out, there's going to be new adjusted fees for all of you who are complaining, when she is tired of you messaging her. That's the issue that you have in the community. You're afraid to speak out because of people who has attitude problems like her. She knows that the project is suffering. That's the reason why she's in constant bad mood. When you ask her legit questions about the project and about your money, she gets upset about it, frustrated about it, because she knows that the project is not doing what she claims that it's supposed to be doing. And then she's talking about when a new app comes out, you can then start submitting your daily proof of activities, because the gas fee is going to be adjusted. When you got a smart contract, you cannot make adjustments to it. You can take that smart contract, add more to it, and then relaunch, launch a new smart contract on the blockchain. Yes, you can do that. But to say that it's suddenly adjusting, you can suddenly adjust the gas fees, that right there is her being in control of the smart contract. That's not a smart contract. That's not how it works.
submitting, they're not mining the token. So you're not funding it for them. You're continuing to add the liquidity for the pool that you are involved in. And I'm going to be honest with you, the way this project is set up and the way the market value will go with this token, what you're spending to submit that proof of physical activity, which is an average of 62 cents per miner, is pennies compared to what this project is going to do in the future. You also can undock a few of your miners if you can't afford to submit on all the miners that you have. The other thing I want to also explain is the Lenny miners, those are not meant to mine like an Omega. And I've had people message me too. They don't think it's fair that they can only afford the Lenny miner and other people have the Omegas. You guys, I don't know what your thought process is in all of this or why that anybody would even come to me and ask me those types of questions or make those kind of comments. All right. Anybody can get to an Omega. You can do it by starting out with Lenny. There's hundreds of people in this project that started out with Lenny's and have all 8 Omegas.
Well, no, it's not hundreds of people. Everyone has to start with the Lenny, and then you pay to evolve it. You got to pay USDT to evolve it from a Lenny all the way up to Omega. So it's not hundreds of people, it's everyone that starts with a Lenny. And then you have to pay the money to evolve it. That's the reason why I say it costs $1,200 for an Omega. It's not cheap. So for you to have an attitude with people complaining about them not earning enough with the Lenny miners, that is bad look on you, Lynette. Everybody around the world is not making that kind of money to be able to upgrade from Lenny all the way to Omega, especially with what's going on with the price of the MQT token. Gas fees are expensive, so they're losing money on a daily basis if they're submitting in for each of the miners that they got docked. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward here. There was a question that was asked at the end because we're almost at the end right here. So let's get right here to the question, the Q&A right here, because this right here is another thing I want to go over to show you further proof she has no clue what she's talking about.
To ask on behalf of the community, go ahead and chime in, whether that's Brian, Herschel, Ken, Marnita, let us know. Anybody out there? This has got to be a record. I don't think we've
I was just going to say that myself. I was going to say, normally the questions are piling up.
Here they start to come in. All right, first we'll bring up, and please, guys, keep your questions. Let me also say this. This is not the time for customer support questions. Okay, you've got the creator of the project on for a limited amount of time, so let's be mindful of what we're gonna ask. So first up, Dorian Ritchie, go right ahead, sir.
Hi, everyone. Good evening, Lynette. Thank you so much for your time this evening. Do you have any updates at all regarding the farming program? Any updates on when?
Now, let me talk about that too for a quick second, because that's been a question of people I want to just explain. So I use the word kind of staking and farming interchangeably because they both have to do with a liquidity pool. But we're going to stick with staking because most people understand that better. The SEC, the staking, in my opinion, is a gray area, okay? Because it's a collective effort off of, a community's transactions and different things that are taking place. The SEC frowns on that. So this here staking is MoveQuest that's never been in circulation. It's never been purchased. It's never been sold. It's part of what is written into the tokenomics for the daily distribution for the year, the 2.6 million that goes into circulation. So when you stake that MoveQuest, you are going to be receiving the MoveQuest. The reason we call it farming is because you're getting the MoveQuest. Staking, you're generally getting a different token. And so you're getting the same token that you are staking. And
so let me pause it right there, because she just just told y'all a lot. So let's go to Coinbase, which is a registered cryptocurrency exchange with the SEC. It is a publicly traded company, all right? And so right here says, how does staking work? If a cryptocurrency you own allows staking crypto, current options include Ethereum, Tesla's Cosmos, Solana, Cardano, and others. You can stake some of your holdings and earn reward over time. So what that reward is, you're going to get paid back in that same crypto or that token. So the reason your crypto earns rewards while staked is because the blockchain puts it to work. Cryptocurrencies that allow staking use a consensus mechanism called proof of stake, which is the way they ensure that all transactions are verified and secure without a bank or payment processor in the middle. Your crypto, if you choose to stake it, becomes part of that process. So when you stake your crypto, all you're doing, you helping along with verifying the transactions for that cryptocurrency based on whatever network that you're using to stake on, right? So if you're like what I'm doing, I'm staking XRP. I'm also staking some Bitcoin. So I'm participating in the verification of the transactions on those blockchains, and then I'm also getting rewarded back in that same crypto, XRP and Bitcoin. So what she said, staking, it allows you to stake crypto and add money to liquidity and everything like that. And yes, you add into liquidity because you're buying and holding, but getting paid out in a different crypto, that is a total lie. So what she confused it with, this is just proving you that that she don't talk about. She said staking is a gray area with the SEC. Yield farming is the gray area with the SEC. So when you come to yield farming, this right is on Investopedia. Yield farming is placing cryptocurrency assets in liquidity pool or other centralized finance platform to earn a higher return. It was once the most significant growth driver of the fledgling DeFi sector, but it lost most of its 2020 hype after the collapse of the Terra USD stablecoin in May 2022. So how does yield farming work? Yield farming allows investors to earn yield by placing coins or tokens in a centralized exchange or DEX to provide liquidity for various token pairs. So this is where you can be able to pair them with other tokens and get paid out in a different token. That's what yield farming does, and it also can have a fluctuating rate of return. So when a different yield farming pool opens up, it has this extremely high ROI, and then the more people that joins it, the ROI drops and drops and drops to the point to where you're not pretty much making anything anymore. But the earlier people that got in was able to make a killing, it doesn't even bother them because they've made their money and now they're able to go to another form that opens up. So now let's go and continue on. Yield farmers typically rely on debts to lend, borrow, or stake coins. That's the issue that the SEC has with yield farming. Lending and borrowing, acting as you are a financial institution, which is not regulated. That's the gray area. It's not staking. Because if staking was a gray area, Coinbase wouldn't be doing it. Crypto.com wouldn't be doing it. Those two cryptocurrency exchanges are in the United States. They do allow you to stake. There's not a gray area. So it just further validates that this lady, Lynette, has no clue what she's talking about. But y'all sitting here listening to her, holding on to this fake MQT token that has no use case at all. It's dropped even more since I've been on this video. Crazy. All you gotta do is listen to what she says, think for yourself, ask questions, and then go do the research. It's not hard to do. I just showed you just that quick how she is lying to you. Staking there's no issue with staking crypto in the United States. They allow that. There's no issues with that. It's the yield farming because of the lending and borrowing, acting as they're a financial institution. So just to finish this up right here, so the lend, borrow, and stake of coins, an exercise that allows them to earn interest and speculate on price swings. Smart contracts are used on the DEXs to lock tokens loaned for yield farming. So yeah, all you gotta do is look it up for yourself. Anyways, that wraps up what I want to talk about with GetFit mining. Just want to expose some more of the lies and the gaslighting of Lynette Artin, who claims to be this crypto savant, and everybody else is not, who are criticizing this project, because everybody's seeing it for what it is. More people are going to start waking up to what this project really is, which is a pyramid Ponzi scheme. It's a scam. And now you're already making plans to move over to a new blockchain, and you're going to end up abandoning everybody else. Yes, you were like, hey, we're going to move the MQT over to the Binance Smart Chain. But what she said in the Q&A, which I could have shown, but this video is already long enough. She said that it's up to the community of 500 something people over there to do more, to have the MQT listed over there. So it's not even guaranteed that she's going to list the MQT on the Binance Smart Chain. The original blockchain that she listed, she got GetFit mining smart contract started on. She just pretty much abandoned you guys and forcing you guys to do more. Why is it that investors need to do more? The project creator is supposed to be doing more to be able to help people. Why isn't that the case? So she's just going to abandon y'all. Your GFAM, Vroom, or wherever it is that you mine over there with those NFT miners are worth absolutely nothing. She moved the MQT. She listed launched a new smart contract with MQT on Avalanche blockchain and pumped away in the price. So it was working when it was a small community, just like how she said the smart contract was supposed to work. And then once the community continued to grow and got even bigger, the price suddenly starts going down. And she said that no one is buying the cryptocurrency. It's listed on Uniswap. If you got the token listed on the Uniswap DEX, people can go over there and buy it and trade it. It's simple. It's not hard to do. So that's another lie she told. And now, since the price is dropping, she's already talking about moving MQT over to base blockchain. And saying that just based on the 12,000 mega miners, the price of MQT can start at the price of $168. So she's going to have the price pump up to get more people over to the base blockchain, buying all these NFT miners. All that USDT is going to her. Then she's distributing USDT out as well to the promoters. And then once the price starts dropping, then she's going to probably come up with another bright idea in quotation marks. We're going to go to another blockchain now, because we got a high demand for our MQT token. But you're going to be looking at the price like you're doing right now. It's like MQT is worth 0 on Avalanche. So we're making nothing over there. There's no point of us paying for gas fees over there. And the people that's gonna be reluctant to go over to the base network, base blockchain, you're gonna be at a loss completely. And so you're gonna be seeing that, and people gonna be on the base blockchain seeing the price go down, and they seeing that the price is already at 0 on Avalanche. There's like, I'm not gonna go over to the new blockchain and not unless you do something on the 3 blockchains you're already on. That's what y'all need to be forcing her to do. She's not doing anything. All she's doing is hyping everybody up, FOMOing everyone. Fear of missing out. FOMO, just in case you know what FOMO means. So they hype this thing up, give you details to make you scared of missing out on an opportunity. And then she gaslights you all the time. So that right there is all I have to say. If you like what you heard and saw, please subscribe to the channel. Also feel free to share this video with other people. Please do not join this project, people. There are other walking apps out there that does not require you to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars at all to get started with. And then you got to spend gas fees as well. It just literally tracks your activity. You're not going to make a whole lot of money, but that's the way that it is. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time in this video. Take care.